Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bashtian YGO here, and today, guys, I want to go ahead and bring you guys. So, first of all, let me go ahead and explain. I want to go ahead and do some Battlin Boxers gameplay for you guys. Not yet, we are still in testing, but I want to go ahead and bring you guys my first draft for the new Battlin Boxer deck coming out here in just a little bit. I actually did not see what day it was going to be coming out, but it's going to be this year. We did get some new Battlin Boxer support released yesterday or 2 days ago at this point, so I've been messing around with seeing what's best, what's good, things like that, trying to figure out what's going to be the best combination for it, because honestly this deck has a lot more juice than it did before. Now we don't no longer have to enter just one Battlin Boxer XC. We actually have a lot more versatility with it, where you can enter multiple Battlin Boxer XCs. Yes, there's still a little bit more restrictions when it comes to it, but it is still a really powerful deck. Scratch that, it has become a much more powerful deck than it for once before, and how it has a lot more synergy with the Infernoble cards that you may see here. Renaud, I have a Durandal in here as I was testing out with this soul, see if that's something that will work out. But I just want to go ahead and get right into it, guys. At the end of the video, towards the end after the profile, I do want to go ahead and show you guys a quick combo tutorial with this deck, just so you guys can see how powerful this deck really is and how powerful this card's particularly is. Battlin Boxer Promoter, it is fantastic for this archetype, and it is in itself and a full combo, one card combo right in of itself. You open up with this in your hand, you don't have to commit any other cards to your board. You just go ahead and summon out like 5-6 monsters and then XCs with all of them, and it's absolutely super crazy. Just go ahead and see the potential that this card brings to the overall deck. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So guys, starting off with monsters, we play 3 copies of Battlin Boxer Promoter. This card just does so much for the deck. I mean, the fact that you can just go ahead and tribute it off and then summon any two Battlin Boxers you want from your deck is absolutely nuts. It's an immediate one card combo right off the bat if you want to go ahead and XDs with them. But the other cards give you so much versatility that you don't have to just end right there, which I think is fantastic. So Battlin Boxer Promoter also can special summon itself as long as your opponent controls a monster. Now this is not just a Cyber Dragon effect, because you can summon this guy even when you yourself control monsters, so making it that much more versatile. Not only that, giving you that much more advantage over your opponent, even if they only have one measly monster and you already have 3 or 4 or 5 Battlin Boxers already on your field. You can still continue to summon out this guy and continue to use his effect. Now he is a hard once per turn, as it should be, because this card's absolutely broken. So I just want to go ahead and say this is probably going to be the best support coming out of the entire set. Battlin Boxer Promoter, definitely a 3-0. Next, 3 copies of Battlin Boxer Uppercutter. Uppercutter is a really cool card as well, on normal or special summon, letting you add a Battlin Boxer monster or a counter trap card from your deck to your hand. Now what's amazing about this is there are actually quite a bit of counter trap cards in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I'm gonna go ahead and go buy them with you guys real quick. So a counter trap card is a counter trap card that specifically says counter in the name. If you guys are confused by that, I definitely was the first time I read it, but essentially jolt counter, counter card. It says pretty funny. I just read that for the first time. I think that's hilarious. Anyway, Assault counter, Flamvel counter, which we do play in the deck, Gemini counter. All these types of cards are searchable through this card. Not all of them are going to be useful, but 2 of them right over here are going to be extremely useful in this archetype. Not only that, of course, being able to search a Battling Boxer is huge. That's where the deck really did not have before this, is that it did not have a way to search out its monsters. So you pretty much had to hope you had a Glassjaw and you hope you had a what's this guy called, Sparer, as well in your hands in order to have 2 cards, so you can go ahead and make your lead yoke. But now, like, again, we have so many more things we can definitely do. It also has another effect where you can go ahead and if it's sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you can special summon a Battlin Boxer from your graveyard, which is cool. Or you can set a counter trap card from your graveyard, which again, also very nice. Another card we're going to play at 3 of is going to be 3 copies of Battlin Boxer Chief Second. So this guy is really cool because not only is it a hand trap when your opponent happens to declare an attack and you control a fire monster or a warrior monster, so it has that versatility there. So you can special summon this card, and if you do, negate the attack, then banish 1 monster on the field until the end phase. So it's non-targeting removal of any card on the field. It doesn't have to be necessarily your opponent's card, it can be your own card for whatever reason that might come up, but it is going to be really good for that. Not only that, it's 2000 defense, which is nice already for a level 4 monster. But back onto the big thing, this guy during the main phase is able to grant you an additional normal summon of a Battlin boxer monster during your main phase. So that is actually the key reason why we are playing this guy at 3. Being able to go ahead and spam out as many monsters as possible is super key, and again, a huge part of why Battlin boxer is going to be one of the better, one of the better rogue decks out there. Let's not call it one of the best decks out there just yet. Again, we are still in early stages of testing, but honestly, this card and the support is absolutely fantastic. Play 1 copy of Battlin boxer Shadow. 1 copy is enough just because you want that additional extender on board, and that's pretty much why I run the rest of these guys at 1 or 2s. Switch Hitter is again a card that you can normal summon in your turns 2 and 3, potentially get another card from your graveyard back, which is nice, or for the combo, which I'll show you guys again at the end of the video. Spar is nice because you get to go ahead and have a free special summon, but I do not like that you have to skip your battle phase that turn, so it is something you're gonna have to give and take a little bit. 1 copy of Battlin boxer Headgear. This card is not necessarily the best Battlin boxer, actually probably one of the worst to be honest, but being able to send a card now like Uppercutter, which actually gains you a huge amount of advantage, or Glassjaw to the graveyard gains you advantage as well, so it is still nice to have. Glassjaw is a absolutely broken card at 1, and no more than that, because it's absolutely a brick. I love the artwork. I think it's kind of goofy looking how it has his arms all like this, but really cool card, really nice effect. I mean, essentially it's really funny how the effect really mirrors what the name of the card is. You know, if a card is targeted for an attack, it just gets destroyed or sent to the graveyard, which I think is pretty funny, but that's myself. Anyway, I play 1 copy of Infernoble Knight Renaud in this. So Renaud is really just there because again, the synergy with Fire Warrior monsters, you have to have Renaud in here, being able to search out all your monsters, and that's a big reason why we do play another spell card in the deck, but we'll get to that in just a little bit, guys. 3 copies of Ash Blossom, really all the space we have for hand traps, and now we'll get on to the spells. For the spells, guys, we played 3 copies of Battlin boxer Spirit. Being able to again recur Battlin boxers from the graveyard is going to be huge, as giving you guys additional extenders as well. Essentially, if you're sending cards to the graveyard, it's really not that big a deal. Essentially, if you do hit an Uppercutter or a Glassjaw, you do get additional effects as well, which can be kind of nice, so you do gain that additional advantage. But just being able to make sure that you are able to get as many monsters on the board as possible, because at the end of the day, you are still trying to XZs with them. Next, guys, we played 3 copies of Infernoble Knight Durendal. Durendal is fantastic as long as it is equipped to a monster. It doesn't have to be a fire, it doesn't have to be a warrior. As long as it is equipped to a monster, you can add any level 5 or lower fire warrior monster from your deck to your hand, and that's what they all are. They are all fire and they are all warrior monsters, which is absolutely fantastic. Durendal is the only reason I play this, because it essentially acts as having 4 copies of Reinforcement of the Army, which I think is absolutely busted, especially in a deck like this. Again, consistency is key, so playing 4 copies of Reinforcement of the Army is clutch. The only downside to this is that you already need to have a monster on board, so you're really going to be searching cards out like Sparer to be able to get that additional special summon as well, or if you already have the Chief Second on board and you're activating this, then you already get the additional normal summon, which means you can go ahead and get a Battlin boxer Promoter and get additional combos off that way as well. 1 copy of Change of Heart and 1 copy of Mind Control in the deck, just because if you are going second, this is going to struggle quite a bit. Playing through hand traps has not been easy, but again, we are still in early stages. I may consider playing cards like Cross-Eyed Designator in the future, but again, it's what we have right now. Has been working so far, essentially taking your opponent's monster, making it into a Zeus, or linking it away, or whatever it might be, is essentially one of the best ways of removal that you are going to have going second. 2 copies of Triple Tactics Thrust, or Triple Tactics Tasking, depending on which name you want to go, TCG or OCG, is going to be essential, because with this card, you're able to go ahead and search out Monster Reborn. You're able to search out Change of Heart, Reinforcement of the Army, Battlin boxer Spirit. It gives you so much advantage that I absolutely love this card in Battlin boxer. 1 Triple Tactics Talents to go along with that. Again, the free search. Also being able to draw 2 cards is going to be absolutely key in this deck. Again, consistency is going to be super key. I'm going to drill it into you guys' skulls, I swear. Monster Reborn, of course, Called by the Grave. Good 40th card to have in the deck. So being able to, again, this deck really struggles playing around hand traps. I think I will be more than likely not switching into a Cross-Eyed Designator build, and I'll get to you guys out as soon as I can go ahead and test with it and things like that. But again, early stages build, I think this is going to be what's best for the deck. For the traps of the deck, again, we're playing a 40 card deck. 3 copies of Infinite Impermanence, of course, is going to be key. And then for the counter traps, we played 2 copies of the brand new counter trap coming out. It's going to be Battlin Boxer Cross Counter. Actually, a phenomenal card. Basically, let's go ahead and read, because it's a little bit lengthy. I'm going to go ahead and read it with you guys. When your opponent activates a monster effect, you can destroy a Battlin Boxer or a number Xyz monster you control. And if you do, negate the activation. And if you do that, destroy the monster, then apply the following effect. Special summon 1 Battlin Boxer Xyz monster from your extra deck, anyone you want, with a different name than the destroyed monster, which is absolutely fantastic. And if you do, attach this card as a material. Already really good. Just being able to go ahead and special summon any of your Battlin Boxers you want from your extra deck. You can even summon out Lead Yoke as well. And by detaching cards from it as materials from Lead Yoke, it just gets even bigger and bigger. Being able to have a max right now of around 3,800. I'm sure there's some ways to get even higher than that, but for right now, 3,800 attack boss monster is absolutely fantastic. And then the last card that we play, 1 Flamvel Counter. So funny enough, this does have quite a bit of synergy, and I've said before, Flamvel cards just simply seem to synergize pretty well with Battlin Boxer, especially Flamvel Fire Dog. Flamvel Counter is another one. So when a spell trap card is activated, banish 1 fire monster with 200 defense from your graveyard, negate the activation, and if you do, destroy it. So this is the good way to go ahead and counter cards like Evenly Matched. So what cards are you banishing off this, you might ask? Not Glassjaw. Where's one of them that has 200? Uppercutter has 200, which is nice. And there's another one, where is it? Okay, or you can go ahead and banish Renaud. Again, 200 attack. Again, the synergy is there in bits and pieces, but I think is enough to go ahead and allow you to play a card like Flamvel Counter. Again, with cards like Infinite Impermanence, Evenly Matched, Lightning Storm, all these types of really annoying cards being played in the current meta, even Dark Hole, Regeki, just to go ahead and wipe your board. I think with this is going to be absolutely key to make sure that you're able to keep your board and go ahead and have a follow-up in the next turn, things like that as well. So that's going to be it for the main deck, guys. 40 card main deck. Now let's get into the extra deck. With the extra deck, we play 1 copy of Cerberus, 1 copy of Phoenix. I'm still searching for a better Link monster to go ahead and use. I've tried Isolde and I've tried Do a Little Chimera. Not really feeling them too much, but we'll go ahead and continue testing. We're playing 1 copy of Utopic Future, 1 copy of Utopic Draco Future. Of course, we do play a bunch of rank 4s as well. 1 copy of Lead Yoke, 1 copy of Battlin Boxer Nova Kaiser, 2 copies of the brand new Battlin Boxer King Dempsey, 1 copy of the Battlin Boxer Star Cestus, 2 copies of number C79 Battlin Boxer Commander Kaiser, 1 copy of number C105 Battlin Boxer Comet Cestus, 2 copies of AA Zeus, and then 1 copy of Infernoble Knight Captain Oliver. Why is Oliver in here, you might ask? Well, the thing is, it's level 5. You can make it with Renaud in any of these as long as you're not locked into Battlin Boxers. So I just thought it'd be nice to have something you can go into when you already have Renaud on the board. It doesn't really do anything on its own. It's not really a Battlin Boxer, nor is it a level 4, so it's kind of in an awkward place. So I thought I need something that I can go into with this card and just be able to get a little bit of advantage here and there as well. And with a lot of the combos, you may have an additional Battlin Boxer that you just don't know what to do with. So you just go ahead and synchro summon into the Oliver, and you're pretty much good to go from there. I kind of like to go into this as a last resort though, because again, a lot of the Battlin Boxer effects are very restrictive to allowing you to only summon Battlin Boxers either for that turn or whatever it might be. So that is something I'm still struggling with, guys, making sure I'm able to find that extra deck slot for it, something I can do with Renaud in order to be able to give myself more advantage. If you guys have any suggestions, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. But that might be it concluded for the deck profile, guys. I want to go ahead and show you guys this quick combo so you guys know how to play Battlin Boxers when the support comes out. Alright guys, so we are here with our Battlin Boxer promoter. I want to go show you guys a quick combo so you guys understand how powerful this card really is. So first things first, we're going to normal summon the Battlin Boxer promoter, of course, onto the field. We're going to activate his effect to allow us to special summon any 2 Battlin Boxers from our deck. We can pick any one we want, but we're going to go ahead and summon out the Uppercutter and Chief Second, the 2 brand new cards that are going to be coming out very soon. And go ahead and special summon that, special summon this. Okay, so we are good to go. So because we did special summon, we get to add a Battlin Boxer counter trap, or no, one counter trap or one Battlin Boxer monster. So we're gonna go ahead and activate the effect. And think in this scenario, I do want to go ahead and get Sparer. So then we go ahead and get Sparer. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and special summon Sparer, and we're gonna go directly into our King Dempsey. There you go with the Dempsey roll. Oh my gosh! If you guys stick around to the in the video, for those of you guys who do, I have we're gonna watch the Dempsey roll together, just for the very first Dempsey roll. So satisfying. We're gonna activate the effect of the King Dempsey, activating the effect again to make sure that you're not able to get targeted, just to have an additional Battlin Boxer in your graveyard as well. We're gonna use that in just a little bit, don't worry. So we're gonna use King Dempsey's effect on someone to go ahead and take low 4 lower warrior monster or a Battlin Boxer from deck, either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard. We're gonna add it to our hand. We're gonna add Switch Hitter to our hand, please. This is going to be coming in super clutch because we are getting that additional normal summon off of the Chief Second. So we're going to normal summon our Switch Hitter and activate the effect of Switch Hitter to then special summon out our Uppercutter. Now 100% this plays way into Nibiru, but it's perfectly fine because your opponent's not going to draw it. So then we have 3 level 4 monsters on the board, but that is where the Promoter's second effect is going to come into play. We're going to banish this card from the graveyard to make sure that we're able to increase the levels of all of our current Battlin Boxer monsters, increase the levels all to level 5, and then we're going to overlay them all for our number C79. What's this guy's name again? Battlin Boxer Commander Kaiser. So we're doing all this just off one card. So if you draw just a Promoter and 4 non-engine, either extenders, either hand traps, interruption, things like that, that is just additional interruptions you are going to be having on board for a pretty easy combo. Not much to it, not very complicated, again pretty straightforward. Just being able to have that representation from it, I think it's absolutely fantastic. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Honestly, I'm a huge fan of Battlin Boxers. I really like this deck. I made an Ignite Battlin Boxer deck way back. So if you're interested in checking that out, it's a cluster of a video, absolutely messy, but it's a lot of fun. Definitely go ahead and check it out. I'll go ahead and leave links to it at the end of the video. But without further ado, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure you leave a like, smash that subscribe button. Before I see you guys in the next one, we're gonna go ahead and enjoy this moment together.
違う、もっと早く頭を振って、俺を高速のシフトウェイト、体を振った反動で左右を叩きつける。これか、これが貴様の出した答えか。アメリカンボクシング界いにしえのブロー、デンプシーロール。
Very nice. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.